What's up, folks? What's going on? This is CEO of MFR Seasons and Sauces. And if you're not doing nothing on Sundays at 6 p.m., you gotta check out The Man Cave. I approve this message, and I'm on my way. Check them out every Sunday, 6 p.m. The Man Cave. Yeah.
Today on the Man Cave, we're blessed to have the soulful stylings of Miss Angela Davis.
Oh, I am more than what meets the eye.
A Detroit singer with the silky smoothness of Anita.
We made it through the tough times. So grateful for
And the pure gospel soulness of Aretha. But with a smooth sound all her own. Whether crooning out collections of her instant classics to putting her touch on the national anthem.
And now to honor America, please join teacher, local recording artist, University of Michigan, and Wayne State alum, Angela Davis, as she leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
and the home of the brave.
Let's hear it for Angela Davis.
Miss Davis has it all. Please welcome to the Man Cave, our own Detroit Songstress, Miss Angela Davis. Welcome to a special edition of the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. Today we got the banger of all bangers. We got Detroit homegrown talent today. One of the people that you will always remember once you hear this lady sing. Please welcome Miss Angela Davis. Welcome to the Man Cave.
Hey,
Man, I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, it was really good to see you like everywhere. But then when you said, "Oh, sure, we'll do the podcast," I'm like, "Oh my gosh, we're about to get into it." Miss Angela Davis. I mean, let me calm down. Let me calm down
no.
because I'm just like too excited here. So let's start at the beginning, Miss Angela Davis. Where are you from, and how did you get? Let's talk about the journey that you had from where you're from to where you are now.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you once again. Thank you for having me, and thank you for that amazing intro. I enjoyed watching that so much. Thank you for putting that
You're welcome.
together. But yes, so I'm from Detroit, born and raised in Detroit. I started singing at a very, very young age, about 3 years old, singing like big powerhouse songs, trying to at least at 3 years old, like Stephanie Mills, Anita Baker,
Mhm.
Luther Vandross, Whitney Houston. Like those are the types of songs I gravitated towards. My mom would say, and I'm like, really? I wasn't singing like Barney or anything. She's like, no, you were really into that big dynamic R&B. Like that's what you love.
Yeah.
So she said that she definitely wanted to help me hone that and really, support me in my endeavors.
Oh wow.
So I started singing in elementary school. We had a glee club. I started singing in that.
Mhm.
I had to break out of my shell because I was very, very shy. I used to
Mhm.
sing at home a lot, but I did not like to sing in front of people.
Mhm.
But I guess when I was about 9 or 10, I eventually just broke out of my shell and started to sing and be
Mhm.
open to singing in front of people. So I joined the glee club in elementary and middle school. I went
Mhm.
on to sing in the Renaissance Varsity Choir where I went to high
Ah,
school.
okay.
I went to college and I didn't join a choir in college, but I started to join or enter different talent shows and things like that. And that's kind of
Mhm.
what helped me meet musicians and meet people like, oh, you have a gift, you have a great voice. I'd love for you to come sit in with my band. I used to sit in at different jam sessions and things like that. And I joined 313, the Live Experience band. Like
Mhm.
that's a big band, not well known in Detroit, and
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah.
took off from there. So yeah, that's
Wow.
kind of a little snippet of the journey.
Yeah. Well, I can share with you, and I think I shared with you off the air how I met you. And I was just as floored the first time I met you as like today. You were singing at a
Oh,
birthday party, 2014. One of my friends turned 60 years old, and or was it 50? One of them, I think it was 50. But you sang at his birthday party, and everybody was just floored. It's like, wow, this lady can sing, and you had a captive audience. Everybody was like hanging on your every word, and then you finished, and then you went to the bathroom, and I was like, I have got to say hi or meet this lady because I don't know if I ever to see you again. You came out the bathroom, and I'm like, I don't know what to say, so I can say, I'm giving a function and I would love to have you sing at that function. And you gave me a card and said, okay, well, let me know when it is. Give me a call. And I was like, okay, cool. And then when you walked away, I'm like, nah, I gotta figure out a function because I'm sitting here lying just to say hi. So,
oh,
and,
that's something.
and
I appreciate you
every
speaking though.
huh? Say again.
I said I appreciate you speaking.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Nonetheless, appreciate you speaking.
But the thing was that after that it was like 2015, I started seeing you everywhere. Now, the first time
Oh.
that I seen you on TV was the Channel 4 thing. Can
hmm
you take us through that Channel 4 thing?
I don't know if they still do it to this day, but they did do it years after me.
Mhm.
And they do still feature local artists on other different platforms like the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah.
And then they also do just different things they do on TV.
Mhm.
So yeah, like that was a huge that's another part of my journey that really helped me get more
Yeah.
notoriety and get get out there more because yeah, I was on TV. I think they say about 300,000 people are
Yes.
watching like
Yes.
across the state of Michigan. So yeah, that was a big move.
Yeah.
So once I was able to get on there and win it,
And
it was
win it.
like, yeah, it was like, wow, the rest is history.
So how many people was in this contest? So this was wait, correct me if I'm wrong. This was the re-singing of the Channel 4 theme, or was it some other type of?
No, so no, so I was in the Channel 4 Super Singer. So what they basically were looking for were singers with dynamic voices to sing cover songs, and then they had auditions. I think they had an open call, and they called back the top 60 people that they liked, and then they
Mhm.
called back like the out of there. So once I made it to the top 10. Hundreds of people, or maybe even thousands of people auditioned, but they ultimately picked the top 10. And then I
Mhm.
believe but by the time it aired, they've had the top five. So I was
Oh,
in the top five, which was already in itself an honor to be a part of that.
yeah.
And so they basically made us each choose two cover songs. So I did a snippet of giving him something he can feel, the In Vogue
Mhm.
version, and then I did At Last as my second song. So they had you pick, to do one song first. Then there were judges there. I believe at that time Dwelle was actually a judge, so that was really cool to kind of meet him. And then some of the other
Mhm.
anchors on Channel 4 were the judges. And then if you made it to the next round, I believe it was myself and another local singer who's amazing as well, Zania Alake. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
Mhm.
Me and her made it to the final round, and we
Mhm.
sang our second song. And my song I sang was At Last. And
Mhm.
a lot of people said that was what secured the win for me because we both have great voices, but it's
Mhm.
just something about that song because it just touches people of all generations.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
the older community loves that song, and then obviously even people, young people like it as well. So
Yeah.
they were like, "Yeah, that's what sealed the deal for you." I'm like, "Oh, wow, I
Yeah.
chose the right song."
And that song is not some song you can like fluff. You got to be singing that song. Kind of, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, you're right.
that
Hmm.
movie, that song that's from Dreamgirls.
Oh
You
yeah,
gonna
I'm
love me?
telling you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
telling
you're
you.
gonna love me.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
you ain't about to just fluff that song. You're gonna have to sing it or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So that after I saw you in 2015, the first time I saw you on TV, I started seeing you everywhere. Like
Oh wow.
like over the years, everywhere. I go to a
Hmm.
Piston game. Please rise for the national anthem, sang by Angela Davis. I go to a football game. I'm watching it, and it says, "Please rise, national anthem by Angela Davis." I'm like, "Wow, that's Angela Davis." You have made your rounds from singing the national anthem for every sporting team in Detroit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are probably, if not the
Oh
only,
yeah.
a few among a few singers to do that, and that means that you are
I
so
think it's a
good.
pretty cool thing.
It is. It is. And so, and then how do you juggle? My other question is this: how do you juggle all of this notoriety, all of it? I'm sure people are calling you to perform,
Yeah.
and you still maintain a 9 to 5.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in this economy, you gotta grind and get it how you can,
Right.
right?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it really shows that
Yeah.
you put a lot into it.
Oh
So
yeah.
you're a teacher. You teach
Hmm.
what grade again?
Yeah,
A
so
ki-
I teach middle school. I primarily work with sixth grade. I do
Okay.
sometimes work with seventh grade as well, but primarily sixth grade. I work with students with disabilities, learning disabilities, so special education.
Okay.
Yeah, I help them with making sure they're understanding and grasping the material that they're getting in their
Yeah.
other core classes. Yeah, so it's very fulfilling and rewarding job to help them.
Yeah. See, and I appreciate that because we have a bunch of teachers in my family, and
Hmm.
it takes to me it sounds like that it takes up a lot of time. But it seems like you compartmentalize and always make time for your craft. So
I
and,
do.
and so another thing, stuff is coming to my mind. You've been to flood. Okay, for the people around the world, these are
Hmm.
places, loose speakeasy kind of place
Venues, yep,
venues, right?
venues, yeah, where
Around the Detroit
musicians
area,
perform.
and you have covered them all, I think, because every place I go, you either been there or going there.
Hmm.
Oh, have you been getting calls from outside of Michigan?
Not as much as I would like, and that's a goal of mine in
Mhm,
2025 is to do more touring and branching out.
mhm,
But yes, I have had the opportunity to perform outside of Michigan. I performed a few times in Toledo, Ohio. They have
mhm,
I have some contacts there that are trying to preserve the jazz
mhm,
industry, and they'll have me come out to do. They've had this jazz festival for the past few years, and I've
mhm,
been one of the featured acts for that.
mhm.
I've had the opportunity to do some private events in both Washington State and in Atlanta, Georgia. So I have had some opportunities to go out, but I would love to go out more. So that's a definite goal of mine in 2025.
Well, I can tell you it's coming because you are too much of a talent to be honed in one spot. Everybody needs to hear. And I featured your I'm older, so I will say albums, LPs, but now it's something different.
Yeah,
How many recordings do you have?
yeah. Oh, I have several. I feel like I really, let's see, I can't even count, but
Mhm,
I know I have acoustic project I released in, no, well, first I released in 2018, a short EP of like 4 or 5 songs, and then I released a acoustic EP
mhm,
the following year. And then I've kind of just been releasing singles
mhm.
pretty much every year since 2020. Just because recording a full album can get very expensive, with studio time and
Yeah.
mixing and mastering and all of that. So I've just been kind of turning out singles.
Mm-hmm.
which still has been great because it allows people to hear what I have to offer, and then just keeps me in the loop. Like, oh, she's got a new song this year. Oh, she got a new song coming up next year. So it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of keeps me in the conversation of artists in Detroit that are releasing their own original material. So
Yeah.
yeah, quite
And
a
they can,
bit.
yeah. So they can find all of your albums, I mean, EPs, because I
Yeah,
stopped,
whatever. All of my
yeah,
material,
all your material
all of my music.
on the QR code in the right upper corner is where you can
Hmm.
find all of Miss Angela Davis information. I
Yep. So
encourage
if you're on Spotify, the link for that is on there. If you like Apple Music, the link for that is there. If you're a YouTube person and you like to see the visuals, the link for that is up there. So
yeah,
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 the QR code is your friend.
yeah. So let me ask you this, Miss Angela Davis. Do you remember doing this?
Hi, Aaron. Angela here. I'm ready to do your personalized song video. We're going to get into it. It's your request for Anita Baker, No One in the World. We're going to get into that. But thank you so much for your love and support. Hope you enjoy it. I realize I need you here in my life. No one in the world, in this world, in this
That was the highlight of my summer.
Yeah, I remember I did that for you.
Yeah,
Wow, wow, yeah, that was a while back.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was the highlight of my summer. And then you did it a cappella, and then I was like, "Ooh, I got
yeah.
this instrumental. I got this instrumental I'm gonna put on there."
I know I probably wasn't singing in the right key, but I still did the right, did the song for you. Yeah.
But even I didn't even know. I just thought it was groovy, and so I just put the
Oh,
little
thank you.
back in. I probably put a little bit too much reverb on it, but so, but
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, thank
I
you
got
for that.
no problem at all. I got to I'm just if you guys got questions for Miss Angela Davis, I encourage you to go over to the comments and leave a question
Hmm.
or comment for Miss Angela Davis.
Yeah.
Also, please like and share the Man Cave podcast if you would. And you can find Miss Angela Davis on YouTube, Angela Davis,
Yeah.
Instagram,
Hmm.
Angela Davis Entertainment, or
Yep.
ENT,
Hmm.
Facebook, Angela Davis Entertainment. And she's just about everywhere. Again, it can be found on the QR code. Now, Miss Angela Davis, let me ask you this.
Hmm.
What who do you listen to? Who
Oh, wow. I listen
inspires
to
you?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I listen to a little bit of everybody because I like to stay, current and relevant.
Hmm.
So some of my like inspirations from, the past, I believe, definitely Anita Baker,
Yeah.
Luther Vandross, Mariah Carey, of course, The Voice, Whitney Houston.
Hmm.
And then current artists that I'm really into, I love the artist Her. She's so
Oh, really?
amazing,
Hmm.
because she's instrumentalist and she sings and writes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I really like SZA. She's a great writer, and she's current who the kids like now, I guess as they
Hmm.
say.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande has an amazing voice. Just I try to just keep up with who is soulful today, who is still trying to preserve that real authentic talent and that
Hmm.
real authentic soulful sound. So yeah,
Yeah.
and Jill Scott, of course, even though
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
not super from the past, but she's definitely, I get compared to her a lot, and so I study her a lot to
Hmm.
you know stay on
Yeah.
my P's and Q's for performance notes and things so I can become the best performer that I can be.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
ever still get the little jitters like when you in front of a stadium full of people? And how do you handle
Hmm.
those jitters?
Yeah, so it does get nerve-wracking, not because of singing itself, but just because of all of the behind the scenes and, like, you're back there with all of the producers and executives, they're like, telling, counting down and saying like, all right, we got to go here, and all right, need you to stand there, and
Mm.
counting down when it's time to go into position. And so that's what kind of makes it nerve wracking. Like, oh my God, I hope I go when it's time to go. Hopefully, I'd stand in the exact right spot that they told me to stand in. Things like that, the
Yeah.
particulars.
Yeah.
But once I start singing, I'm like, oh, I'm just doing what I love. This is, natural. This is what I love to do. And it
Hmm.
just kind of just comes freely. But that beforehand, everything that happens before is what kind of makes you, a little nervous and jittery because it's like, oh my God, hopefully everything goes right.
Yeah, because every performance that I've seen you in, you just look so poised, and you look like, yeah, I got this. So I never get that feeling from you, but you just knock it out of the park every time I've seen you. Like the
Oh,
last
thank
time I
you.
saw you, you were at the Aretha. Now, for people that don't know, the Aretha is this amphitheater in downtown Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and you were with a group.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still with the group?
I am, yes. That group is called Shades of United Ladies, and we go by Soul for short, SOUL. Yes, we are still together. We've been together since 2020. I know, right during the pandemic, we came together
Hmm.
because we wanted to write a female empowerment song, and we wrote that song. It's called Black Queens. That's also available on all digital streaming platforms.
Hmm.
And so we decided to go further and just kind of stay together as a group and continue to make music and also do our own rendition of the national anthem. We actually, I think, got the chance to do the national anthem for the Pistons and the Lions.
Hmm.
And then we're also going to be performing at the Governor's Service Awards on this coming Thursday,
Ah,
um, November 14th. So
mhm.
yeah, we are definitely still together, definitely still doing our thing and, you know, going
Yeah.
to what we're about. Yeah.
So the governor is having a service awards dinner uh, to uh, to highlight people that's doing a lot of things in the community, and
hmm
he wants you to perform there.
Yes, they we a contact of ours reached out and he said, I think you guys would be perfect. We're gonna do a song at the end of the ceremony. I don't want to give too much away because I don't want to, give away the production. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a song at the end of the ceremony.
Mhm.
It's free to the public actually, so there's a link in that QR code where you can go to Eventbrite. There's an Eventbrite link and you can reserve your spot until it's full. It's going to
Mm.
be at the Detroit Opera House in
Mhm.
downtown Detroit. So around 7 p.m., I believe, on this coming Thursday. So yeah, if you want to see who the governor is going to be awarding, and you also want to see myself and my wonderful group perform,
Mhm.
come on out.
Yeah. Well, let's get the other ladies a little shout out. Who are the other members of the group?
Yeah. Yes, of course. So we have Carla Pace,
Hmm.
Bianca Barber, and Ava J. Those are my soul sisters. We always call each other soul sisters because we're sisters and we're soul. So yeah.
Oh
Hey,
man,
ladies.
yeah, you guys gonna have to come back together and come back to the man cave. I mean,
Yeah.
just because it's called the man cave doesn't mean that it's uh it's just man stuff. Because I like to highlight
hmm
whoever's doing something really great.
Yes.
So let's keep going with what you got going on. What's going on with this event?
Yeah, so this is the concert and candles. This is it was a Motown themed event. It's painting with a twist and then also a concert in combination with it. So you would have been making a candle and then myself and my other music colleague, Elise King, we're going to be performing Motown songs. It was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be today, but we actually the organizer postponed it to
Mm-hmm.
December 8th to make it more of a holiday themed show. There's going to be a new flyer coming out soon, but I just wanted to highlight that so that anybody that was looking for this event, wondering like, yeah, where's that event on November 10th? Well, it got moved to December 8th. So if you are available, definitely be on the lookout for more info on how to get tickets to this coming soon.
All right. And what about this one?
Oh yeah, this is the big one. So this is my last big show of 2024. It's called Holiday Detroit. It is put on by producer, dancer extraordinaire Miss Lisa McCall, and she does this every year. This is my third year being a part of this ensemble show. It's
Mhm.
going to be held at the Music Hall on December 19th. The show is at 7:30 p.m.
Mhm.
and tickets are $35 general admission, $45 VIP, and there's a link in my QR code for that as well. So get your tickets. It's going to be a great show.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Now, Miss Angela Davis, not that you have enough hats going, you
Hmm.
know, teacher, singer extraordinaire,
Hmm.
mom, a lot of hats. Let's
Yeah.
add another hat to the group. How do you
Uh-oh.
pull this off? Another hat is author. You have authored
Yeah.
a children's book.
I did. Yes, this is crazy. Yeah, I actually released a children's book back in 2022. Myself and my mother actually co-authored this
Mhm.
book. It's called Angela's Awesome Adventures, New York City. There's the cover. I do still have some copies available if you're interested. Just you can DM me. You can look on the QR code. There's a sign up link for that as well. But yes, it's just basically it's loosely based on me because obviously the character's name is Angela. And it's
Mhm.
about a young girl who has dreams of being a singer, and her family travel to New York on a family vacation, and she gets the opportunity to sing. So
Mhm.
I hope to make more books in this and make it a series of Angela traveling with her parents, all over the country and maybe the
Wow.
world. So be on the lookout for another book in the future.
Wow. That is, see, I need that book because
Yeah.
yeah, because I don't have many children's books, but I like to support that and just see what it's
Oh,
about.
thank you.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so look, we got a couple of comments. Now some people are called Facebook user. I don't know who they are, but
Uh-oh.
they sent you a smiley face. They said you were
Oh, hey.
now one of our big fans is Miss EW. Miss EW said
Okay, hey.
she said, Miss Angela, you've been blessed with a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, God is good.
Yeah. And Faith in Him is another one of our fans. She said, "Go girl, praying you good great success." I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, Faith. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So um the um the the how do they people contact you primarily? How would you like them to contact you primarily?
Yeah, so primarily, like you can obviously send me if you're on social media,
Mhm.
whether it's Facebook, Instagram, you can always send me a direct message.
Mhm.
And then from there, I have an automated message that I send you. Like if you're inquiring about an event that you're having, I
Mhm.
will send you a link to where you can fill out, give me the particulars about your event and
Mhm.
an email where you can reach me so that I can get back with you. So yeah, I have an email as well.
Mhm.
Angela Davis, ENT@gmail.
Mhm.
And then obviously, that's a good way to contact me as well. But usually people contact me via DM, and that's fine because
Mhm.
it's a social media technologically advanced world. So feel
Yeah.
free to DM me on Facebook, Instagram, or
Mhm.
TikTok, or wherever you are, and then
Yeah.
we'll go from there, depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, and you're easily accessible because when I go on Facebook and you'll have like Happy Survivor Sunday, happy
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
motivational Monday, and this
Hmm.
stuff is like really catchy and it's short, and I appreciate that about you because you're easily accessible, and people, and you're down to earth. People can
Hmm.
say, "Hey, Angela," and you was like, "Oh, hey," it's not like you
Yeah.
gotta get in line to talk to Miss Angela Davis, and that's what I really appreciate about you. So,
Oh, thank you.
what are you working on? Can you tell us about a little snippet about musically what
Yeah.
you're working on?
Yeah, so I am. Yeah, of course. I can definitely tell you. So I have some music coming out. I worked with the producer Alexander Goss in Detroit. He's an amazing
Mhm.
instrumentalist, musician, producer, all of that. We released the song Night Breeze and We Can Get Away. Those two songs were released last year, and the first quarter of 2025, we're already putting the finishing touches on two more singles that we're going to release.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they're really good. One of them features a rapper. I'm not going to give his name away yet because I want to,
Mhm.
keep some stuff under the radar until it's time. A very talented rapper from Detroit, and then the other is like more of a love song. So, it's written by both songs. I'm doing in my writing bag as well.
Okay.
I'm excited to release those songs. Then I know I'm gonna be doing more with my group
Mhm.
and so Shades of the United Ladies. And then I'm also working with another great Detroit producer, Jane Shelton. We're working on some music as well. So yeah, just 2025, just be on the lookout for some things, for some
Yeah,
promo, and then obviously those projects to come out.
Miss Angela, let me tell you, I'm driving down the street because and I went to one of the streaming services and got downloaded because forgive me, I'm in my 50s. I don't use the correct lingo for music now, and I heard Night Breeze. That is my jam,
Ooh.
Miss. I mean, that was the jam.
Oh, thank you.
I pulled the car over just to finish listening. I was like, this is, and it's one of the
Ooh, I like
few,
that.
I'm telling you, Miss, I don't impress easily musically because I think a lot of stuff out now is
Oh.
just kind of like thrown together. It's not, I come from an era where people penned songs that had stories and it had lessons
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel this person's pain or joy, but
Mm-hmm.
we kind of missing that nowadays.
We
Night
are.
Breeze, man, this the song where you tell a dude, "Hey, I gotta go do something. I love you though, but I'll be back later." Just at the beginning of the song,
Yep.
and yeah, so then it gets into this smooth groove, and I was like, this is my cut right here, Miss Angela.
I'm so
So
glad you liked it. Oh my God.
I'm highly encouraging everyone to let's go to. I would like for everybody to when after the show, don't go now, but go Miss Angela Davis on YouTube. Click on the
hmm
video, Night
hmm
Breeze. That is gonna be your song because it's
Yep,
so
and we actually I love that video too because we made it into like a tribute to different couples.
okay.
Like I basically reached out on my social media. I said, "Hey, if you're a couple and you'd like to be featured in my upcoming video, send me
Yes.
your best picture." And I
Oh,
got about maybe 20, 25 pictures of different couples, that I know personally and who I don't know. And I just kind of like made it, obviously it's me performing and Alexander Goss is also playing keys in the video as well. And then I'm having my little moment where I'm talking to my boo on the phone. But then
yeah,
in the video, there's different pictures of and video clips of couples,
yeah,
showing their love for each other. And we
yeah.
released it on Valentine's Day too. Of was it this year? Yeah, of this year.
Oh,
So
really,
yeah, yeah. So
man?
we definitely wanted to make it a message and meaningful. We didn't just want to just release anything. We wanted it to be something special.
Yeah, and I missed out on it. I would have participated in that.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll have another chance. I got more videos coming, so be on the
Okay.
lookout when I post what I need.
And that, but I'm telling you, that's my jam, and I'm gonna tell you another one of my jams is
Okay.
Finish Line.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody loves that one.
I
Yeah.
love Finish Line. That because it speaks to me because
Oh,
it speaks to
good.
anybody who has gone through a rough patch and then you finally break through. It's like you
Yep.
finally get there, and that exuberance that you feel when you
Yeah.
get there makes all this stuff worth going through to get there.
Yep. That's exactly what the song is. Wow. You
Yeah,
captured that
yeah.
the essence of the song just like that. Yeah.
I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I've listened to
I
it.
know.
That is a beautiful song. Now, you got another song where you're in the church house.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That was Survivor.
Yeah.
Worked on that with James Shelton. Shout out to
Hmm.
him. He's an amazing producer.
Hmm.
Um, we came up with that song. It actually the story behind that is kind of long, but to make a long story short, we were a
Hmm.
part of organization or a group that wanted to create music that helped convey how people were feeling during the pandemic.
Hmm.
because we went through a lot during that time, right? Like, oh God, people, loved ones passed away, people
Yeah.
lost their jobs, people just felt hopeless and helpless. And so we decided to write a song about the fact that despite all of that, we're survivors. We can
Yeah.
say if we're still here today,
Hmm.
if we're still here today, we made it through and we're survivors.
Yes.
And I was like, what would be a good idea for a video is to be able to do it in a church because,
Hmm.
we're talking about how we're giving God the glory and thank you for
Yeah.
helping me make it through the situation. And so that's
Mhm.
actually James's church. He was like, yeah, well, we can use my church. And
Okay.
they were able to get us access to the church and I was able to get my lady friends to come and help me do some background. I don't know if you
Mhm.
saw the whole video, but they're in the back singing the
Yeah.
chorus with me at the
Mhm.
end. So yeah, it was just a really touching video. I just want people to know that, just no matter what you've been through,
Yes.
you are a survivor.
Yes. And you can make it. I mean, man,
Yes.
because this is another reason I like you, Miss Angela Davis. You just don't sing anything. You sing things that make you feel. And that's where I'm
Mhm.
coming. That's where I come from. That's why I think when I see you, I think of Anita. I think of Aretha.
Mhm.
I think of Gladys. I think of Shaka.
Yes.
I think of Stephanie. People who
Ooh, yay.
I could just say their first names and you know who I'm talking about. So
Mhm.
it's like, man, like when you get really big and people just say Angela and you surpass Angela Winbush. So
I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's a bad lady there. Okay, I love her as well.
that's a bad lady for real.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's going to be appreciated that you did songs that people can feel. And I,
Mhm.
I have been feeling your songs for a long time. That acapella, not acapella, but acoustic album.
Oh, thank you.
That one it's just I don't even have the adjective, but it's you once you start playing it or you just listen to it, you want to listen to the whole thing because it's a constant
Yeah.
groove, and I appreciate
Oh, thank you.
it.
Yeah.
So
I do love writing about being triumphant and making it through situations. And I also like, also other things that we feel, which is, falling in love and things
mhm,
like that. So
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
just me.
yeah, yeah. So you gonna make me forget that we got sponsors.
Oh yeah, let's get our sponsors in there. Come on.
Okay, so the Man Cave is brought to you by MFR Seasonings and Sauces. The MFR stands for more flavor, not the other MFR. Owner and operator Antoine Williams. This brother started off at the casino bringing barbecue to his job, and they loved it because of his own spices and sauces that he makes himself. Available at Meyer stores around the area and online at mferonline.com. My other sponsor is my nephew, Jamel Hightower, a traveling caterer, traveling chef. And this guy is so good, people in New Orleans will call him to ask him to come down and cook for them. These are my boys. They make it so the Man Cave can be continuously come on the air. My nephew, Jamel Hightower, also has his own line of seasoning, as you can see here, and they are dynamite. Now, the one thing I love about both of their seasonings, it contains little to no salt. And as African Americans, we don't need to lose that blood pressure. We don't need our pressure up. And it has the same taste, but it has little to no salt. MF for seasonings and salts and High Tower Catering. We will be back with more of Miss Angela Davis after this.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Looking for good homemade cuisine at a reasonable price for your next event? Well, look no further. Hightower Catering. The best caterer in the city is just a dial away. Hightower Catering. Let Chef Hightower and his staff bring good food and good moods to your next social event. Hightower Catering. Hightower Catering has a wide array of cuisine made by his own special seasonings. Hightower Catering does it all. Call Hightower Catering today. Hightower Catering. Good food equals good mood. Hightower Catering. Call Hightower Catering at 313-478-6030. That's 313-478-6030. And find us on Instagram and Facebook.
All I dream about is you, baby, and your embrace. Oh, baby, I can't wait to see you smile. Hey, I feel you in the breeze. I feel you in my dreams. I feel you next to me. Oh, I love to be next to me, baby. Touch the beat of my knees. Feel on my knees under the night breeze. Oh, 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 yeah. I feel you in the breeze. I feel you in my dreams.
Miss Angela Davis, I just want everybody to get another taste of what you bring to the table, Miss Angela, because you are just the coolest little songstress I have seen in a
Oh,
long time. You are, if I could say this, you are our Jill Scott.
oh,
You,
thank
yes,
you.
you are. You bring it, and that neo soul sound that's kind of that's constant in your music. It just it's just. I'm just glad you're from Detroit because
I like it.
yeah, you bring the flavor. You bring the flavor. I am I'm trying to remember what the song was that I was grooving to on the instrumental on the acoustic one. It slips my mind right now though. Dang it.
Almost okay.
Man, because I was going to ask you about that, but I'll see if I can remember the song title in a
Okay,
minute.
yeah, no problem.
Your writing, how much of your EPs do you write, or do you take songs from other people?
Yeah, I do. I am open to working with other people, which I have. I've done like demos with other people, and then obviously when I write with my soul sisters, we all jointly write. But majority of the songs that I sing and perform that are originals for me as a solo artist have been written by me. Now, fun fact though, my mother writes a lot of things with me as well. So the song
Huh?
Value of a Woman, that was
Yeah,
actually written by my mom and I. So we both
really.
wrote that song. Yes. Actually a few
Yeah.
songs off of the acoustic EP because she has like that acoustic kind of feel to her vibe when it comes to writing.
Hmm.
She doesn't write with the lot of instrumentation in mind. She kind of writes with like the idea of somebody just playing the piano or someone just playing the guitar. Like that's kind of
Hmm.
her feel. So when I
Hmm.
knew I wanted to do an acoustic project, I knew I needed to collaborate with her. So yeah, that's a fun
Okay.
fact. A lot of people don't know. Yep.
Okay. Well, and did your mom sing at all? I mean,
She doesn't like she can hold a tune and I think she has a good voice, but she's like, "Oh, I would never sing in front of people." But she just is I get my creativity and my writing uh niche from her because she's a very good writer and then she's
Mhm.
very creative. Like she actually writes screenplays, she like says she writes
Oh,
poems, she writes books, she writes
yeah.
she just has a very vivid imagination and she just,
Mhm.
yeah, she just,
Wow.
I love working with her because she just has some ideas and I'm like, man, that's a good idea. So yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so let's do this because I wanted to shout out the sisters in the group, but
Yes,
we want to give some love to your band because I have love for bass players,
yes,
and
yes.
and so if you want to give some love to your band,
Yes, of course, of course. So my band, their name is formally Class Act, and that is Frank Simmons, who is the MD, and the keyboard player. Then I
Mm-hmm.
have Steve Bland on bass guitar,
Mm-hmm.
D. Sabata Robinson on lead guitar, and then Jarrell James, aka J Hits, is on drums. Yep, that's
Okay.
my band. Those are my fellas. They always hold me down. I tell the audience if these brothers help me sound even better than what I sound because they just bring that energy and that vibe that just makes everything just flow so well. So
Mm-hmm.
love working with those guys.
Yeah, yeah. And to me, what gets me before I even hear a singer's voice is the band. You
Hmm.
know, I mean, I what gets me, because that's why I spend so much time down at the Aretha, because the band, and I
Yes.
when I hear it, it's like, man, this is just me, ear heaven, and then
Oh,
when
I
you have
like
a
that. Yeah.
very good singer on top, it's just like you just don't want to go anywhere. You just don't want to go anywhere. Are you scheduled for the Aretha anytime? Well, it's getting to be winter now, but do you have some 2025 dates at the Aretha?
I do not, but I would love if they would give me a call. I'd love to open up for one of your amazing national acts that come in. So give me a call, Aretha.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever in your travels, have you ever met
Mhm.
any of these Detroit legends? Aretha
I
and
I actually did meet Aretha before she passed. I did.
really?
I was a part, yeah, so I was a part of a tribute show in 2017, 16 or 17. They put together a tribute for her while she was still living, and they were
Mhm.
doing a press conference at the music hall.
Mhm.
And she was there, and they basically told the singers before we went on stage to be there for the press conference, like, we need you guys to sing a little bit of a song that you guys are doing so that we can kind of see what to expect for this tribute show.
Mhm.
And they chose the song that I was doing, which is Respect. And so I actually
Mhm.
got to sing like about a 20-second clip of Respect with the other singers singing background with me right in
Wow.
front of Miss Aretha Franklin, right? And
Ah.
that clip is actually on my YouTube page, if I'm not mistaken. It's in my shorts. It's kind of
Mhm.
towards the bottom though, because it was so long ago. It's like 2017. But
Yeah.
yes, I still have that clip to this day. And it's just like
Wow.
to see myself singing for the queen. It's like,
Mhm.
did this really happen?
Yeah.
And it did. It did.
What
Yeah.
did she say about it? Did she respond?
She didn't really respond with words, but she did say, "Oh, good job, ladies." She did say, "Good job, ladies." But I mean, I hope it did
Yeah.
some justice for her because she is the queen. It's like,
Mhm.
doesn't get any better than that. But
Yeah.
I can say I sang for the Queen of Soul, so that
Yeah.
that makes my heart feel good. That's
Yeah.
enough in itself.
Yeah, and she doesn't mince words. If she thought you did bad, it seemed like she would say, "Well, I mean, you gave it a try," but she said, "Good job." So,
Yeah, I know. So thankfully, yeah, thank God she didn't she
yeah,
didn't crush my dreams.
right. We got another comment from Kimmy K. Kimmy K is one of the family, the Man Cave family. She says, "Beautiful voice, great spirit. Wishing you all the best."
Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that.
That's my
Thank
buddy in
you.
Atlanta. She be looking out for Miss Angela Davis, Kimmy in Atlanta, because I'm sure she'll be coming down that way soon.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
hope so. Let's do it.
Yes, because I was technically a little musically inclined, right?
Oh, wow.
I did two songs, and they're gospel, and
Okay.
actually I did two and a half songs because I'm shameless plug, but I'm a beginning bass player.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so I have, and the only reason I started is because I don't know why I don't know how to read a note, but I could just play by ear, right?
That's great.
Yeah, so when I play, I just kind of lay this track down on my computer and put a drum track in back of it, and I just write my lyrics from there and build it from that. So I did two songs,
Look at
and
you.
I'm very proud of that. I'm sure I'm gonna send you the link to and get your.
Yes, please.
But
Yeah.
what would you tell aspiring singers who would like to be where you are now?
I would just say, like, just do it. Like, don't think too much about it. Don't overthink. I think about it, of course, but don't overthink and don't, you know, don't have imposter syndrome and say, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I shouldn't do it. No, just do it because you don't want to live in regret and
Yeah.
thinking, man, I should, when I was 32, I'm in my 70s or 80s now. I wish I had done that when I was young or whatever. You want to just be able to say you tried and you grinded and you tried to pursue your dreams no matter what, because then you'll
Hmm.
live with no regrets. And then also that also goes for music because a
Hmm.
lot of us are very critical of ourselves with music. Like, oh no, that's not good enough. I'm not going to release this. I'm just going to keep this in my back pocket. And then years go by and you're like, this is actually a good song. Why didn't I release this? Just
Yeah.
if it was on your heart to create it and you went to the studio and you laid it down and invested money to get that
Mhm.
song created and to come to life, release the song. It
Yeah.
was meant to happen. Let it release it to the world and let the world have that
Mhm.
song, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that helps me because I'm just sitting on songs or two. I'm just
Mm.
sitting on songs and yeah, and everybody that I have secretly said, "Hey, check this out," they say, "Hey, that was pretty good." And so, maybe I'll do something with that. Are you musically
Yeah.
inclined? Can you
I
play?
am not. I wish. I wish. I used to play clarinet back in elementary school for like a year, but then I really got invested with singing, and I was like, I want to put my all into this. But
Mhm.
that's one regret of mine
Yeah.
is that I didn't stay with the instrumentation portion of music. I just kind of put my all into singing and songwriting,
Hmm.
but I could have done both. And people say it's never too late, so maybe I can, go to the keyboard and
Yeah.
write something or just learn to play a couple of songs. I would love to do that, honestly.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
Now I'm saying if you never did anything musically, your voice is enough. I
Oh,
mean,
I like to think my
serious.
voice is my instrument.
Yeah, yes. So, every time I see you, you wear a different pair of glasses.
Hmm.
So, is this kind of like a signature thing for Miss Angela Davis?
It is. So I used to this is probably very recent. I want to say probably since the pandemic, because I used to wear contacts and I was like, I like the way I look without glasses. But then um, during the pandemic, I came across this cool site called Zlual,
Hmm.
and they have all of these like cool different kind of frames with different designs, different colors, different size frames, all of that. And I'm like, wow, it's so cool that they're treating glasses like an accessory as opposed to
Yeah.
just like back when I was growing up, like glasses were like a curse. Like, I gotta
Yeah.
wear glasses. Oh my God. Like, no. But now glasses are like bracelets and
Yeah.
earrings, like they're an accessory. And so I already love accessories. I love wearing earrings. I love wearing jewelry. I'm
Hmm.
like, why not make that a part of my brand? There's not too many singers that really wear glasses and embrace glasses. So
Yeah.
this could
Yep.
be something that helps me stand out. I'm already a natural sister with my hair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe I can even stand out a little bit more with the glasses.
Yeah.
So I just decided to stick with it. And ever since, I've gotten so many compliments on the glasses I wear. I have like rhinestone studded glasses. I have
Hmm.
different colored glasses. I have
Yeah.
big frames. I have medium frames. And I
Mhm.
always just get, oh, I love your glasses. I love your glasses. And everybody think they're so expensive. I'm like, no, they're from Zlul and their glasses range anywhere from like $30 to like, maybe some more, the pricier ones could be like $70, $80, but that's still very inexpensive for
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that
Yeah.
that's slowly becoming like a signature for you because when I see
Yes.
you, you've always got matching glasses on, or they're so stylish that it commands attention. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
Yep.
that I think that's working for you.
I think so too.
And-
Thank you for seeing that.
oh, no problem, no problem. The other thing that's working for you is what you mentioned earlier, the natural look.
Mm-hmm.
Because ever since the first day in 2014,
Yep.
you were natural, and
I've
I was
been
like,
rocking the natural for a minute. Yep.
yeah, and I was like, okay, all right. And then one of the things I noticed, and this is me because I'm an artist. I draw, so I notice I see the world a little more specific than people.
Yeah.
So, like when you sang at this party, you
Hmm.
moved your hair out of your face 7 times. Don't ask me. Don't ask. I just know it.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to see that. And it was like, man, and that was what made me notice your hair. And so every time
Hmm.
I see it, I was like, she rocking the Africa. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the hair and the glasses, the voice, I don't know anybody else doing that. And you stand out so uniquely with those three
Hey.
combinations.
Well, I
So
will take it. That's what I want to do. As an artist, you want to stand out. You want people to remember you. So if
yeah,
those things help people remember me, then hey,
yeah.
I'm doing something right.
So Miss Angela, where do you want all this to take you? What has to happen before you say, I made it?
Oh gosh, probably like you said, going on some type on a tour. I definitely want to do a mini tour, like where I get to travel and perform in other places. And I think that's the thing. Once people know me outside of Michigan, like I can go somewhere and they say, "Oh yeah, I know her. You know, that's the singer
Mm,
outside of Michigan. I know some of her music."
yeah,
That will let me know I made it. And then also just, I mean, just learn, maybe even like say learning some instrumentation, so like playing, being able to play the keys or a
mm,
guitar a little bit. That would be very, self-fulfilling for me as well. But definitely reaching people all over would be like,
yeah.
yes, I've made it. If I can do this and make a name for myself in Detroit, but then I can go to Atlanta and people come out and see me. I can go
Mhm.
to New York and people come and see me. I can go to Chicago and people come see me. Oh yeah, this is great.
Yeah, yeah. And I can see that happening because I mean,
Hmm.
people in Detroit love you, you know, and
Oh,
and
thank
it,
you.
you and I can say this. I have talked to people who like my kind of music, who hang out in venues like where you sing, and I
Yeah.
say Angela Davis, and and they don't know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
So,
thing.
and you are really known to Detroit, and it's just a matter of time until that spills outside the state. So you know it's gonna happen.
Hey,
You know it's gonna happen
yeah.
because you got a
Yep.
gift, and your gift is gonna make room for you.
Thank you. I received that and thank you
Yes.
for saying
Now I
that.
noticed one thing, and dang, our hour is almost up. But
Wow, time flies.
yeah, you Survivor, it was done in the church. And in that song, you say you give God all the glory,
Hmm.
right? So is there any plans on another kind of gospel mix song coming?
Yes, actually I'm working with James again. That's the producer on that song, and we are actually like as recently as earlier this month, we started laying down a more inspirational gospel tune. So hopefully that'll be coming out in 2025 as well. But yes, definitely. Like I said, I love writing songs that are inspiring, inspirational, and also, like I said, about love and things that we go through. So you
Yeah.
can definitely expect to hear those types of songs and more of those types of songs in the future from me.
Man, Miss Angela Davis, everybody. I have had a great time talking to you, Miss Angela, because
Likewise.
this is this is one of the highlights of my podcast, having you on
Oh,
because
thank
I love
you.
focusing on people that's doing some fantastic things. Your music is about love, like you said, it's inspirational. It draws you in and makes you feel, and it's just not. You could tell that you thought about this song
Hmm.
before you sang it. It's kind of like the
Yeah.
little Mike, what Michael Jackson said when he was little. If I
Hmm.
don't feel it, I don't sing it. So and I could tell,
Yeah.
yeah, you do research and on how it's feel, and then your songs are relatable. You
Oh,
know,
thank you.
it's relatable. I can feel Night Breeze. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, I've been here before. So but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but I love Chic. You remember Chic?
Yes.
And they had a song called "When You Will You Cry When You Hear This Song." It's on the same album with
Oh.
"Good Times." These are the good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But
my jam. Yeah.
yeah, but it's a song on there. Will you cry when you hear this song? That song speaks to me because I've been there before. But anyway,
Oh, I
here,
gotta write
here,
that
here.
down. Yeah.
So, but Miss Angela. Davis, I wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Thank
You are a Detroit fixture, and it's just a matter of time before you become a national fixture. I appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am,
I
so much.
received that.
Thank you for coming on the Man Cave.
Thank you.
And I look forward to anything you got coming out, whether on wax, because I'm old, so wax, EP, streaming,
Yep.
so
Any music.
all that. Again, everybody, you can find her stuff right there on the QR code in the upper right
Yeah.
corner. Get in
Yes.
touch with Miss Angela Davis. You will never regret it. Thank you, ma'am, again for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to end the stream and I'll be right back with you. Miss
Okay.
Angela Davis, everybody. See y'all next week.